increasing house prices may make you feel like you're becoming wealthier, but as your wealth increases, the effect is that your children's wealth is actually decreasing, because your children are going to have to pay even more when they want to buy a house. They're going to have to earn even more. They're going to have to go into even more debt. Actually, what they do is they redistribute wealth towards those people who already have houses, i.e. wealthier people, and remove it from poorer people who can't afford to get on the housing ladders. It makes everybody feel kind of like things are going well, and people spend more money on other stuff. They take equity out of their houses, but it's not creating new jobs. It's not enhancing the quality of the economy. It's not helping our balance of trade. It's not helping the public deficit. It's a zero-sum game.
As of August 2011, 85.5% of consumer bank lending was secured as mortgages on dwellings.
If you have somebody creating money that can only be spent on one thing, which is housing, then the price of that thing is going to go up. It's just all this funny money being pumped into that market.
That's an increase in the amount of money in the economy without a corresponding increase in activity, in output, in GDP. It's non-GDP based spending. That's what causes inflation. We've had this massive housing boom, and the main cause for the housing boom, in my opinion, is the huge amount of speculative credit created by the banks to go into houses. If houses were cheaper, houses would be seen as places to live primarily rather than places to invest. Important thing to think about is if you're a bank and you've got to make a loan, you have choices. You can give that loan to a small business, and you'll know that the risk to you of that loan failing, defaulting, is actually quite high compared to loaning your money to somebody with some collateral, with a house behind them, like a mortgage. So there's a kind of simple incentive for banks to prefer putting money into housing than into a small business. Now that's a real problem, because it means there's an incentive, to put money into speculative rather than productive investment. So again, we have to think about how we create a monetary system that is more balanced between those two kinds of speculative and productive investment.